Let me tell you about one of the most controversial projects of 2024, the Tren Maya. This ambitious 950-mile-long railway project aims to enhance connections across Mexico and significantly boost the country's economy. Now let's take a closer look at the region where the Tren Maya is being constructed. The area is predominantly covered in lush rainforest, leading many to cite that the railway will split the jungle in two, quite literally. And this is just one of the issues at hand, but here is more. This large-scale infrastructure project, spearheaded by the Mexican government, has faced strong criticism and insecurity among the population, and the staggering 29 billion investment doesn't make it any better. The core of the controversy revolves around economic benefits, environmental threats, and huge transparency problems. So what is the current status of the Tren Maya, and should we view it as a danger or rather as a good? Welcome to Legendary Builds. Let's delve deeper into the Tren Maya, exploring its current progress, potential benefits, historical context, and darker side as well. Let's start with something simple. The Tren Maya, Mexico's biggest railway plan, started when President Andrés Manuel López Obrador got things rolling back in 2018. He wanted to tackle some important issues in the Yucatan Peninsula, like making it easier for people to get around, bringing more tourists, and helping places that don't have much money. This train project is huge, stretching out for 1,554 kilometers all around the peninsula. It will run through rainforests connecting important cities like Cancun, Tulum, Mérida, and other tourist spots. Officials project it will transport around 8,000 passengers daily, boosting the region's economy by providing a convenient and cost-effective transportation option for tourists. Tickets are anticipated to be priced at around 4 pesos per mile, making it cheaper than driving or flying. The project took off after the announcement, and by 2023 it hit a major milestone. The first part of the train track opened up in December 2023. Now people can hop on the train from Cancun Airport and zip over to Mérida and Chichen. And there is more to come. They're aiming to finish up everything by late summer of 2024, which is a big deal for making the region better for everyone. As you can see, the project is just amazing, and why there is so much criticism around it. Let's see. So the public opinion on Tren Maya is pretty divided. There is a strong wave of support from folks who believe it will revitalize the economy and transform transportation in the region. But there is also significant pushback from those who are deeply concerned about its impact on the environment and the cultural fabric of Yucatan Peninsula. The government faces an ongoing struggle with opposition groups and has been tied up in legal challenges. Claims of widespread public support are often met with skepticism, particularly with doubts about the transparency and fairness of referendums and the dissemination of project information. On the international stage, environmental advocates and global observers are keeping a close eye on the Tren Maya. They're worried about the potential damage to the region's ecosystems and the disruption of local communities and cultures. Various organizations have stepped up, calling for more rigorous environmental impact assessments and pushing for cultural preservation. Despite their efforts, the response from the government has generally leaned towards prioritizing economic benefits, often overlooking the environmental costs and the calls to protect cultural heritage. The project has been running against some tight political deadlines, which caused a few bumps in the road early on, like delays and some unfinished work on the tracks. But they have made a lot of progress since then, with parts of the network now up and running, connecting key spots. The Tren Maya project has really stirred things up on the environmental front, and not in a good way. It has led to the cutting down of about 9 million trees, wreaking havoc on the local rainforest. This massive deforestation is a big blow to the ecosystems, especially for endangered species like jaguars. Their homes are being chopped up, leaving them isolated and even more at risk of extinction. Even though the government promised to limit the environmental damage, the impact has been much more severe than expected, putting a lot of stress on biodiversity and the natural balance of the region. Then there is the issue with the water supply. The Yucatan Peninsula is known for its cenotes, these cool underground water-filled caves that are crucial for both people and wildlife. But the railway's construction, which has been tweaked to favor hotels and tourist spots, threatens these vital water sources. This could lead to contamination and a shortage of clean water for locals, not to mention messing with the habitats of various aquatic species. It's clear that economic gains are getting the upper hand over caring for the environmental in the planning of this project. The changes made to benefit commercial interest highlight a real need for more accountability and commitment to protecting the environment. If they don't start taking serious steps to protect these natural resources, the long-term health of the region's ecosystems and communities could be in danger. Tren Maya's construction on the Yucatan Peninsula is stirring up some serious cultural and social issues. For starters, it's putting ancient Mayan archaeological sites at risk. While archaeologists are scrambling to save what they can, the rush to get the railway built means some historical sites are getting damaged or disappearing under the tracks. This is a real wake-up call that we need better planning and preservation to protect these irreplaceable cultural treasures for future generations. Then there is the impact on local communities. About 3,000 people have had to pack up and move because of the construction. Even though the government is offering help and compensation, being uprooted like this is tough. It disrupts lives, breaks social ties, and can really shake up one's sense of cultural identity. This could deepen existing inequalities, especially among those who are already marginalized and don't have strong support networks. And despite the project claiming to celebrate Mayan culture, many indigenous Mayans feel left out. The project uses Mayan imagery in its marketing, but there is a clear disconnection between the people planning the project and the actual Mayan communities. This has led to feelings of exploitation and missed opportunities for genuine engagement. It's causing a strain between the government and indigenous groups, underscoring the need for real dialogue and collaboration to ensure that cultural preservation isn't just a token gesture, but a central part of the project. Okay, so what is your opinion about the Tren Maya? Let us know in the comments. You've been watching Legendary Builds, and until the next one.